Okay, let's go over the elimination method. So the key thing here is you're trying to get rid of the x or trying to get rid of the y. And part of it depends on what's given to you. So don't get stuck on just eliminating the x always or always eliminating the y. And also don't get stuck on this idea that you're always adding, you're always subtracting. That's not necessarily the case. A lot of it depends on what's given to you. So take a look at the first one. The first one, notice you have 4x and 3y here, and you also have a positive y. I like to think of it as a positive because there's a plus in front. And you have one negative y right here. So in order to cancel or eliminate one of these variables, either I need to get the x's to be the same number, or I notice that, hey, if one is positive, one is negative, then all I need to do is combine these two equations. Because notice what happens. 4x plus 3x gives you 7x. Positive y plus negative y, a positive and a negative added together goes to 0. So I'll put 0 there, or actually I'll write nothing. And then 23 plus 12 is 35. So then 7 times what number gives you 35? Divide this by 7. Divide that by 7. X is equal to 5. So now that you have x equal to 5, we just need to plug it back into one of the equations. Doesn't matter which one, just one of them. So I'll plug it back into the top one. So that'd be 4 times 5. Again, I'm replacing it there. Plus y equal to 23. 4 times 5 is 20. Plus y equal to 23. I'll subtract 20, subtract 20. So now I know y is equal to 3. And there is my solution. So remember, your solution to a system has to have the x and the y. The x is 5, y is 3. And that's it. So there, notice we added the two equations because you had a positive y and a negative y. For this other one, if I'm looking at it, I notice I have two x's. Again, I need to choose, do I want to eliminate the x? Both are the same. Or do I want to eliminate the y, which are not the same? So when they are the same, meaning exactly positive and positive, I think I prefer subtracting. Because then it's just 2x minus 2x, which is 0. 5y minus 2y, which is 3y. Negative 3 minus 6, which is negative 9. And then I've eliminated x. I divide by 3. Y is equal to negative 3. And then we do the exact same thing. We are going to replace the y with negative 3. It doesn't matter which equation. I'm going to plug it into the second one. So that's 2x plus 2 times negative 3, which would be negative 6, equal to 6. Add 6. And now we divide by 2. And x equals 6. So we have our answer 6 and negative 3 as our solution. So when you're solving these systems, again, you look and see which variable do you want to cancel if you're using elimination. For this next one, I'll just do one more just to kind of show an idea, and then I'm going to go to substitution. If I'm looking at this one, you'll see that the x's aren't the same, the y's are not the same, which means I can't eliminate something with what's given. Either I need to multiply one of the equations, or both. And in this case, I'm going to think of it in this way. I want this to be negative 2x, because if it is, then I can add them together. So what I'm going to choose to do is multiply this bottom equation by 2. So then now I get negative 2x plus 6y equal to negative 14. And now if I add the top equation here that I just circled with what I just created, you get 2x plus negative 2x, that's 0. 5y plus 6y, which is 11y. 3 plus negative 14, which is negative 11. And now I can divide it by 11 and get y is equal to negative 1. So notice there, I chose to eliminate the x. If I wanted to eliminate the y's, I would need to multiply both equations, which is a little bit more work. But that's just something to take note of, is depending on if you're adding or subtracting, a lot of it depends on which variable you want to eliminate. If you need a positive and a negative, like we just did there, then adding would be ideal. Okay? For the sake of time, I'm not going to find x, but notice all you're going to do is plug that into y and then solve for x there. I'd like to jump to systems of equations, but using the substitution method, and I'd like to jump down to these two here. So the idea of substitution is we're not eliminating here, but we are replacing one of the variables with something. Notice that the first equation here is y equals 4x, so that means this y, let me circle here, this y and this y have to be the same. That's what we're trying to find. We're trying to figure out where they intersect. So that means I could replace that y with 4x. So now this is x plus 4x equal to 5. That gives me 5x is equal to 5. Divide by 5, x is equal to 1. And now that I know x is 1, I can replace it in for either of those equations. I'll plug it back into the first one. And then 4 times 1 is 4, so my solution is 1 comma 4. Okay? And that's it. So substitution, we're simply replacing. You'll see on the second one, this one says x is equal to y minus 7, so this x and this x have to be the same. So therefore, I can replace this y minus 7 with this x, get y minus 7 plus 8y equal to 2. Combine like terms, that would be what? 1y, 8y's, which is 9y. And then solve for y, plus 7, that gives me 9y equal to 9. Divide by 9, you get y equals to 1. Plug that back into either equation. I'm going to plug it into the first one to find what x is. 1 minus 7 is negative 6. So my solution would be negative 6, 1. So notice substitution is simply replacing. That's it. So if I had, let's go to this problem right here, same idea. They said y is equal to 3x plus 8. That has to be the same thing as this y. So now we would get 5x plus 2. And remember, we had 2 y's, so that means we have 2 groups of 3x plus 8. I replaced it, and now, in order to solve for x, I would need to distribute that 2 through. So this would be 5x plus, what is that, 6x plus 14 equal to 5. I'm going to run out of space here, so I'm going to kind of just keep going. 5x plus 6x is 11x plus 14 equal to 5. Minus 14 get 11x equal to negative 11. Divided by 11, and you get x is equal to negative 1. And now I can use that, plug it back into one of those equations up here. I'm going to plug it into the top, and you get 3 times negative 1, which is negative 3. Negative 3 plus 8 is 5. So my answer is x is negative 1. So right here, negative 1, y is 5, and there's your solution. So that's the substitution method. So how do you decide which method do you want to use? Well, looking at these two really quick, notice that this one's set up for elimination. The way I know that is you have the x's lined up, see here vertically, y's are lined up, equal signs lined up, and the value is lined up as well. So I want to use elimination here, and personally what I would do is I notice that I can get x to be the same as 3x by multiplying this equation by 3. So that'd be 3x plus 15y equal to 20. Oh, sorry, equal to 12. Okay, and now in that case, since I have positive 3x and negative 3x, I'm going to figure out the difference. I'm going to subtract. So 3x minus 3x is 0. 15 minus 15y is 0. Negative 1 minus negative 1 minus 12 is negative 13 because they're both negative. And you'll notice that both x and y cancel here. So this is where it gets a little strange. We haven't talked about this. We will talk about it on Friday. But in this case, we have no solution. There's no way of getting these two equations to equal each other. So this one's a no solution because both canceled and 0 can never equal negative 13. But notice, I still used elimination because, again, I can get them to be the same value with the x's, subtract, move on. The second one here, I'm going to use substitution because you see how it's y equals. Y is equal to 5x minus 8. I don't want to rearrange personally. You can. But I'm just going to substitute in 5x minus 8 for that, y, and then go ahead and solve from there. So that's the general idea. So what we're doing here is we're trying to show you two different methods, elimination and substitution, and give you a chance to taste what it looks like. Sorry, taste what it looks like. That doesn't make any sense. But give you a chance to try two different methods because one method may be easier for you. One method may be better in a different situation. We want you to be flexible in your thinking. So in that way, you can apply either method for you. But either way, the goal of solving a system algebraically is to figure out where these two equations meet, or in other words, where are they on both lines, aka the intersection point. There you have it. Hopefully that made sense. If you want to see more, again, come chat with me. You can see the solutions. Everything's worked out. And if not, then again, please talk to me. We want to help you. So best of luck and thanks for watching.